So I've been raised in, oh my God. So I live in the, I don't know why it's so hard. More time, take 100. My name's Koyo Kota, born in Waimanalo, and I'm 24. So I was born and raised on a small farm in Waimanalo at the base of the Ko'olau Mountains. And I've been fortunate enough to live on a farm and grow some of my own food, some fruits, and raise animals, and kind of just grow up understanding how nature works and working with it. Being raised in Waimanalo has been a unique experience, I think, getting that kind of country life. When we were kids, we'd ride horses down to the beach, and yeah, just having that small town, not so much buildings, relatively undeveloped, just being surrounded by nature, just kind of shaped me to kind of just appreciate the simple things. Oh, jeez. So the first time I surfed, I was probably like, I want to say like 3 or 4. But I didn't really pick it up on my own until I was about 12. We would go to this beach pretty close here. Some people call it Baby Mox, but the name is actually Kaupo. I think growing up on the east side, you don't really have that big mecca of surfing at your front door, so it kind of makes you want it more. And I grew up surfing like sloppy onshore 1-foot waves, so you get pretty stoked when the waves get good. Yeah, so I didn't really get hooked on surfing till like my early teens. A couple of my friends would go surfing every Friday, and so I started going with them, and then eventually I just kind of got I got hooked on it and stopped doing everything else. And I realized that was what I wanted to do. I was probably around like 13 or 14, around that time. After about a year or so of surfing, I decided I wanted to compete. And so I started coaching with Kehe Hart, and he helped me progress like really, really fast. Oh my gosh, look, it's a turtle. It's a honu. So yeah, I kind of switched to alternative crafts. After I kind of like stopped competing, I was like, kind kind of I want to like explore, you know, more of surfing. I used to just ride thrusters and try to shred and be high performance and whatnot. So I started experimenting with different boards, and once I jumped on a twin fin, I was like, oh, this is way more fun. why would I ride a thruster standard shortboard, you know? So yeah, kind of once I experimented, I never really wanted to go back. Plus, like watching like some of my favorite surfers, such as Dave Rostovich, Rob Machado, they kind of inspired me to like just experiment a little bit more and dive more into like the style realm and the deeper, more spiritual realm of surfing, and not so like competitive, like sport mode surfing, you know. So that's kind of where I shifted with my surfing. Just the feeling of being in the ocean is so relaxing, and you kind of disconnect from all the, I mean, it's cliche to say, but the hustle and bustle of life, and you kind of just are in the moment, not thinking so much about what you got to do and paying bills and whatnot, you know. You kind of just get to be there, and for me it's more like a spiritual connection with nature and myself, and almost like a meditative act at some time. So while I'm surfing, it's kind of, I mean, obviously I'm having fun. That's a huge part of surfing, is just having fun, enjoying it with friends, and yeah, those are some of the reasons why I love surfing. I started skateboarding on a pillow, actually. I was maybe around 2 or 3 or something, and I would make little ramps out of pillows on the couch and drop in on a pillow. But my first skateboard I had was probably like 3, maybe 4. My grandma gave it to me. Yeah, I would just like make little ramps on the driveway and little kickers and launch off of them. And then I kind of stopped skating, came back to it when I was maybe around like 11 or 12. Just before I had like started surfing. Oh, that's Mahina. No, she's busy eating, so. I started skating again when I was around 11 or 12. Got to go to Woodward West in California, so that place is like a little Disneyland for skateboarders. and then I met one of my best friends there, actually, and we would just skate and surf all day, every day. So yeah, been a big part of my life, I'd say. I started playing music pretty early on. I was like, I want to play like guitar, and kind of picked that up a little bit, and didn't really get into it until I was maybe like 18 or so. But music has always been a big part of my life. My mom loves drumming. My dad used to be a drummer. So I've always kind of grown up with music, like, you know, instruments and live music around. So kind of like similar to surfing, music is it's almost therapeutic, you know. You can kind of just get lost in your own world, and it's almost an indescribable feeling when you're jamming either on your own or with friends, and you have that that connection with what you're playing is something that I think beyond this world almost. The world needs music, so it's cool to be able to create that. I would say I'm a pretty creative person. I definitely enjoy whether it's like art or, you know, whatever form. I definitely enjoy creating things.
Buddy, chill out. Hey.
He's a bull. He just has a shit ton of testosterone, and well, he just has one. That's why his name's Cannonball. Because they tried to snip him, but they were only able to get one.